Hello, greetings. Wow, we're back. Yes, we are back. And do you know what? It's been a while. In fact, it's been longer than a while. It's been close to actually this August is going to be close to 4 years before or since I uploaded last video. But hey, we're back and it feels good to be back, and it's exciting times. And you'll notice that I've moved away from the old brand of my channel, which was V8 Mose, and a lot of you know me as Mose. That's been a name that's stuck with me since, oh God, since I was about 15. There have been questions. People do message me, what is it all about? I'll go into it one day. But it's stuck with me since I was about 15, and people still refer to me as Mose. But the old channel, for those who remember, was predominantly, it started out all about cars and car racing, tunnel running. Some of you might remember my V8 cars. I used to go into London making a lot of noise, and getting ourselves into a bit of bother. But we've moved away from all that now because we've grown up a bit. So, and then we moved on to metal detecting a couple of years ago and had some amazing fun. And got a couple of permissions, went down there, posted some stuff up. It attracted quite a lot of attention because I was using the Garrett A, the Ace 400i at the time. And it was great to share that stuff with you guys, and it was really good to get the feedback, get questions, But we've moved on from that. So 4 years has been a long time. Still been going out detecting in that time, but just haven't really had the time because of, as I say, moved away from being self-employed, back on a payroll. Ooh. Back on a payroll for my sins. And it's been difficult, so just really don't get the time. If anything now, I can go out on a Saturday or a Sunday. I'm lucky if I can go out on both. But hey, we're back and I'm buzzing. And there's loads of reasons why I'm buzzing, because the community just seems to have, YouTube metal detecting community seems to have changed quite a bit. And it doesn't seem to be so much, sort of competitive as it used to be with, for X, Y, and Z different reasons. But wow, from what I've seen in recent months, it's a very supportive community. People supporting each other, and for those who've got the low subs, those are boosting or trying to boost to help each other get as many subs as they can. There's people doing giveaways and competitions and stuff like that, and that's all really exciting. So anyway, I'm not going to rabble on. I'm just going to crack on and show you some stuff from a recent dig from earlier on today. I'm not going to get this video out today. It'll probably go out tomorrow night or the day after. But we had a great day and went out with the local club to nice bit of land. Really nice bit of land, but the day was hot and it was very dry. And I moved away from the Ace 400i. Been using the Minelab now for 7 months. Great machine, and today was one of those days where I kind of really struggled to really kind of identify what stuff was. Target IDs were up and down and stuff bouncing around the place, not because the ground was mineralized or anything like that. It was just because I guess it was too dry. And you'll see in the vid anyway, you think you're bringing in a number of 11 and 12, what's that going to be? Lead, no, we're bringing in all sorts of weird stuff. And I hate to say it, I was getting iron at no minus figures, but I thought I had a belting signal coming in at 17 at one stage, you see, or 16 I think it was, you'll see it in a bit, and turned out that it was a tiny little, about this big, and it was just a solid lump of iron. No minus figures. Horseshoe was on. Didn't get it. So checked all the settings when I got back. No, there's settings that, you know, other established detectorists are using, and they're you know, they're well publicized, and you know, published these settings. They work, and they've worked brilliantly elsewhere. But hey, put all that aside, it was a fantastic day, fantastic company, saw some incredible finds, and there's a key find at the end of this video. The key is in the, you know, description of the you know, the title of the video, and it was a joy to see. It was a joy to hold. Don't see them that often, but I'm going to leave it till a little bit later, and you can, you know, you can see what it's all about. So anyway, less of my crap. Let's chill out, watch, grab yourself a cup of tea, cup of beer, whatever it is you want, and we're going to dive into it. So catch you in a bit. And sometimes you just gotta dig these. This was coming in 7, 8, but loads of signals today, buttons and whatever else. But there we go. Right, let's break this one up and see what we got. Well, nothing fantastic, just one of those old shotty ends, look. First one of the day, but it's probably not the last. Anyway, on to the next hole. At last. Decent number, 15. Let's have a gander, see what's on this one. Just about there. Right, let's get this one dug up, have a look. So that was ringing in at a 15. And it's in here somewhere. Let's see what we can find. Still there. It's in that wall. The other way. Is it that? No. Stubborn one. Oh well. Okay, so that was worthwhile messing around for. Looks like a little part of an old buckle. I love a nice buckle. So yeah, that was worth it. Nice one. On to the next. So here's another one that's got an interesting solid signal. Oh yeah. A bit of iron coming up there now. Is it a digger? Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Well, let's dig it, because you'll never know. Alright, so nothing to write home about. Just a lump of random rubbish. Bit of lead. But interesting that, you know, normally lead is popping up around about 10, 11, sometimes 12. That was bouncing around anywhere between 16, 17. And in one direction, it's given some negative numbers, so obviously some iron around there, but there's no iron in that, it's just a little bit of lead. So anyway, on to the next one. And here's another one that's given a bit of a strange signal bouncing around, but me being the curious one, I'm going to dig it and find out what it is. What is it? Let's have a look. Alright, let's give that a dig. So it goes to show how deceiving some of these numbers can be. So that was reasonably consistent, but for that, just more foil. And ironically, now that's out the ground, it's kind of showing up it's a definite bouncer, but got to dig these things. On to the next. Okay, so another one, another jump alert. It's a strong signal. Got to dig these things, man. Okay, it's there. So let's get this dug. Okay, didn't have to dig much, but where is she? Let's have a look. In there somewhere. Okay. Let's see what we got. So that's really interesting. That didn't get any negative figures on there at all. And that is a small lump of iron. Got the horseshoe on. And there was no negative figures coming up. That's really interesting. But still, you live and learn. Been using this machine now for around about 7 months, and still learning, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's the reality of it. Dig it all up and see what you got. Best way to learn. Anyway, on to the next hole. So there you go. There's that little piece. Bit of iron. What the hell? What was that all about? God, those kind of figures, I was expecting something a little bit better than an iron little thing, you know. And what's interesting as well is once I found that and you know, made better the hole and stuff like that, put that down, and the person I was detecting with, she put a detector over it, got exactly the same figures. No iron figures coming up whatsoever, no negative numbers at all. Both of us, I believe, had horseshoe on. I think we were running almost identical kind of programs, but I don't know. Maybe it's a learning curve, you know. Maybe it's part of the Minelab experience of, you know, you're finding stuff like that, and you're expecting a little bit of silver maybe coming in at 16, 17, or whatever that. I think that was coming in at 16, if I remember rightly. But I was miffed. Anyway, just stuck it in my bag and thought, whatever, let's crack on. Got the rest of the day yet. But anyway, here we go. More. So there's another one. I'm not jumping around it so much as the last couple of signals, but very faint. I don't know if it's a deep one, but see, those numbers, I'm gonna have to dig it. So let's get it dug. So, God, I'm knackered now. Looks like we got our first coin. What is it, a 2p? Not sure what that is. Looks like it could be a 2-shilling piece. Get it cleaned up and have a look. Okay, so another interesting target there. The numbers you just got to dig up, isn't it? Pretty consistent, 18, 19, let's give that one a dig. Okay, so just dug that. That's still pretty consistent. Almost silver numbers. Okay, let's see where that one is. Okay. Okay. Well, I haven't got a clue what that is. Bit of randomness going on. Celtic. So first signal of the day, where that's coming up 29, 30. And again, you just got to dig these things. So let's get this thing out of the ground. So I didn't have to dig very far for that one. Keeping it real and all that. This is just nothingness again. Random nothingness. Don't even know what it is. But hey ho. Signal as strong as that one. You just got to dig these things. Anyway, on to the next one. Here we go again. Another one. Bit jumpy, but that's a strong signal. So it's not exactly blowing my ears off, but I'm going to give that one a dig. So, in the theme of keeping it real, how's that? God knows what it is, but another chunk of crab. Anyway, solid 15, just goes to show sometimes you can't go by the numbers, you just got to dig it. But just a random piece of crab, and it's going to go straight in the hedge. Anyway, on to the next. Okay, jumpy but not going into minus figures. Got to dig this one too. Alright, what's the guess? This is going to be foil. Let's have a look, let's get it out of the ground. There we go, straight out. So, again, just can't rely upon the target numbers. So, part of a bullet casing, solid 16. And those numbers again, I mean, a couple of weeks ago, silver coin ringing in at 11 and 12. Silver coins ringing in at 17, 18, past 20. You get something like this that's hitting you at 16. You've got to dig these things, but that's what it is. On to the next one. Another signal, 11 and 12. And tomback button. Yeah, so lots of buttons today, lots of other rubbishy kind of stuff, but it's one of those real kind of days where this is the kind of stuff that you find. But that's going to go in one of my button jars. And my button jars have given me an idea for a giveaway in the not too distant future. So watch this space, and I'll come up with a giveaway at some point in the not too distant future. But it's going to be based around buttons, so bear that in mind. Right, on to the next. So it's another target that was screaming at me at 14, and took a little while to find this one, but there we go. See, keeping it real, everything real, and just another tomback button. It's about the third one today, but yeah, these signals are really deceiving today, and just got to keep digging them. And where I am at the moment, I'll show you towards the end of the video, but just over here We've walked up and down that stretch twice this morning, and it's not too much of a great distance, but literally just here somebody found a beautiful full stater, absolute beautiful coin. But I'll show you that towards the end of the film. Yeah, it's just something random as I'm walking around the field, and some things, they catch your eye and you pick them up, and it always intrigues me that you find oyster shells in some fields like this. And don't know how long that's been there, but you know, just random. And I'd love to find one of those fossilised sea urchins one day. I see a fair few of those come up on club digs with people showing them off when you're having a break, and lovely things to look at. And again, how the hell did one of those end up in a field? You know, inland or whatever. But anyway, so yeah, nice little find that. I'll take that home and put that in my display. And nice little oyster shell. Anyway, let's find some more signals. Another one, and this time ringing in at 13 on the target ID. Didn't have to look very far for this one. It just sort of poked itself out. Looks like a bit of lead. Yeah. Bit of lead. But there you go. So yeah, ringing in at 13. Right, about an hour left now, so can have another walk around this field. Maybe a slow walk back to the car. But anyway, on to the next hole. Okay, so here's another one. Bit of a jumpy signal. There's a minus number in there somewhere, but see, I don't know. I'm just going to give that a dig anyway. Yeah, it seems pretty strong. Okay, well, let's get this out the ground and have a look. Yeah, so there it is, it's out. And heart skipped a beat at first because it's kind of shiny. And could be anything, couldn't it? But let's put myself out of my misery and what we got. And there you go. It's another Strongbone 1982 ring pull. But gotta dig them, but keeping it real. And this is what we've been finding for most of the day. But there we go. Right, on to the next one. So there you go. That was our day, and it was a hot one. It was a dry one. It was a sweaty one. It was one of those days where, all right, we did, didn't find anything massively fantastic. Just another random day, but it was fantastic to get out on land like that, and some of the finds that were coming out otherwise. You're going to see something shortly, which is it's just one of those things. You look at it and you think, yeah, one of these days. Hammered. Oh, and to see somebody who has recently been away on for those who know, the Sausage Fest over in Glastonbury, not far from where this particular land that they were on was not too far from where I've got permission down in Glastonbury. It's really not that far away. But huge shout out to Liz, because I'm hoping one day she's very camera shy and she doesn't like the limelight of being in front of a camera, but I'm hoping that one of these days she's going to bite the bullet and you know, sort of be the other side of the camera, where she's going to start filming what she's finding, because she's finding some great stuff. So over in Glastonbury the other day, she found you know, a Bronze Age spearhead. Oh my God! Yeah, I saw it pop up on the newsfeed on Facebook, and I was like, Jesus, look at that! That is just wow. And then when I when I when I saw that, you know, Liz was associated to it and she found it, I was like, my God, well done you. It was fantastic to see, and that, you know, fantastic that it was brought up, you know, on a weekend, you know, in a festival, detecting festival environment. But a week later, she was out on our dig yesterday, and you know, we, you know, kind of a small group, um, sort of detecting close proximity and stuff like that, and she found first hammered, which I'm led to believe was Eddie the Fourth. Lovely little coin. A little bit later in the day, found another hammered, which sadly broke. And just after that, found a third. So this girl's on fire, and I'm hoping she gets herself behind the camera and starts recording her finds. But yeah, there was some amazing stuff out there. So, you know, whatever you've seen today is what we found, and yeah, you know, just one of those days. You know, 3 weeks before that, out on some equally fantastic land, and you know, finding, you know, some great stuff. Found a hammered, you know, an early Eddie hammered. I think it was a Eddie Penny. Got quite a few of those now, but it was a really nice coin. Took me completely by surprise. Wasn't expecting that, but again, found some fantastic finds. But what you're about to see now, you can also jump onto another video which I'll put, you know, a link down to, you know, in the description, and you'll see it not being dug out, but you'll see it more or less. The person has shouted out, "I've got this," you know, and you know, the person I was detecting with at the time walks over. I'm in hot pursuit. Sounds exciting, and it was massively exciting. And I think I'm correct in saying it was a very first find of this particular thing for this individual, and it was a buzz. You know, the guy was buzzing, and hats off to him. You know, amazing find, incredible detail. But the link is in the description, and I'm going to give a shout out to She Digs It, Let's Go Swinging, amazing channel. Okay, there's a girl there that she's got a heart and soul into detecting and bringing you videos on a regular basis. She does giveaways, you know, it's great, and she's great fun to be around. She's great fun to be in the field with, detecting, learning with, etc., etc. We're both using the same machine. We've both started using the same machine roughly around about the same time. So it's, you know, it's great. But please visit the channel. She Digs It, Let's Go Swinging, and she's also got a Facebook page as well, which I'll put a link down to as well. Okay, so but when you look at her video, you'll see a little bit more than what I was able to show you. Anyway, it's been a joy to share this with you guys, and hopefully we're going to be out again this coming weekend. Where, I don't know, but the intention now is to, you know, try and bring as many vids as possible, at least on a weekly basis. I'm not going to leave it as long as I have done before now. Kind of missed it, and I've kind of missed the buzz and the interaction, and even the negative stuff. God, I used to thrive on people sending me messages with negative stuff, but hey, that's not an invitation to continue doing so. That's an invitation to, hey, I can give as good as what I take. All right. So anyway, good on you. It's been fun, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.
In this field, I started off in the top and worked my way down. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
So it just goes to show, doesn't matter what you're swinging.
What machine have you got?
Kinetics T2.
Kinetics T2, yeah.
Yeah.
That is a cracker full gold stater.
How beautiful is that? Just goes to show you've got to swing over it to pick it up.
That's right.
There you go. Well found that, man.
Thank
Well
you very
done.
much.
Carl's full gold stater. Look at the detail on that. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous con. Flip it over. Let's have a look. Wow. There's one of those for everyone. So quick bite to eat. Back out in this field. There's another 3 fields to bash at, but I'm going to stick in here. You know what they say, where there's one, there's going to be more.